name is Jamie. My name is Jamie from Massey University, and I am now based in Vietnam, but I will oversee and look after Indochina. So that's include Thailand, Laos, and Myanmar. So Massey University, one of the top three university in New Zealand currently, and I'm very confident that Massey University is a really good option for international students, especially for Thai students, Burmese students, and Lao students who looking for a long-term career in New Zealand. Because I always tell my agent that Massey University is a combination of a good ranking university, a really good reputation, and then a combination of a program that helps the student to get a job in New Zealand. So for Massey University, as Pafan mentioned before, we have three campus in North Island. So we got the location in the biggest city, the capital city, and another one is a smaller city in North Island. So we got three campus located in three cities, and each city with its own unique economic characteristic. So for example, the first one right here in Auckland is the largest city in New Zealand, the biggest city, and it's the home to the headquarters of major company. For example, Big Four, technology company, banks, international company. So Auckland, it will be the city of the opportunity, and students have the chance to connect with the leading business industry and why they are studying. So normally, if your students studying business, economic, information science, I always highly recommend students come to the biggest city. For example, like we are studying in Bangkok and we are trying to get a job in Bangkok, and we are studying in Melbourne or Sydney, and we are also aiming to get a job in a big city with the higher salary and got the higher chance for you to connect with the employer. So the second campus will be in Palmerston North right here. So from Palmerston North to Auckland will be around 1 hour flight. So the second campus is a city known for the outdoor activity, the adventure, and it's also called the food hub of New Zealand. And it's a very popular destination for students who want to study, for example, food technology, agriculture, vet science, aviation, and some business major in case the student want a smaller city. And the final campus will be the Wellington, the capital city of New Zealand, and we also call it is an art city. So the students there typically study programs related to creative of art, design, communication, and other creative industry. For example, film production, film industry. So three different city with the three different program offering students, but for students who want to study business, economic definitely, finance definitely, I always recommend them to go to big city because all the biggest company in New Zealand they located in Auckland. But for example, for those who want to study design, communication definitely they should go to capital city because all the government company and some creative company they are located in Wellington. And for Palmerston North will be a food hub for students to connect it with some food tech company, agriculture, and export companies. So you can take a glance to see about our campus right here, Palmerston North, Wellington, and Auckland. So for Auckland will be a little modern compared to the other two campuses. So for Massey University, we got five colleges from business, humanity, art, health, and science. So five colleges with more than 120 qualifications for international students who are looking for a career in New Zealand. So I'm very confident that Massey University is suitable for almost like 90% of our international students who want to study and work in New Zealand in the future. So this is about our QS ranking in 2026. So again, the ranking is not reflect everything. But again, for students, when they consider a lot about the program, about the reputation, about the employment outcome, about the location, and then finally, when the parent they take a look but they will consider a little bit about ranking, and it's going to be a really good point if they are considering about university to study in New Zealand. So overall, we are 230 top 1% university in the world. But for vet science, we are top 15 and also ranked first in Asia and Australia for vet science. And also for top 50, we have got the top 50 in agriculture and forestry is top 50 in the world. And we also ranked first, sorry, we also ranked first in New Zealand for a lot of program in communication, art, aviation, and construction architecture design. So for example, right now we are very unique in, for example, vet science and aviation. So that means we are the only university in New Zealand that offering vet science and aviation management program in New Zealand. But for agriculture, I think we are only in New Zealand, only two universities that offering two agriculture school in New Zealand right now, and we are the first ranking in New Zealand currently and top 50 for QS ranking. So for the strength area right here, you can see we got like more than 100 subjects. And for international students, we are particularly strong in, for example, agriculture, agribusiness, vet science, aviation, art, design, construction, and our business program located in Auckland. So given that we got a lot of strength area right here, but today I want to focus a little bit on one of our very popular program right here. And it's going to be, for that program, it's going to be much easier for international students who are looking for to get a job in New Zealand. So for food and agriculture, for New Zealand, we are New Zealand premier agriculture institution for food and for agriculture. So for example, so right now for food and agriculture in New Zealand, it contributes to about 10% of national GDP for New Zealand currently, but it accounts for more than 80% for total merchandise export. So that means for food and agriculture is the backbone of New Zealand economy. We are driving innovation and global trade. So you can see right here, more than 80% of total merchandise export will be an opportunity for international students to get a job in merchandise export, in food and in agriculture. So for agriculture, for New Zealand agriculture currently, we are a really good combination of science, technology, sustainability, and export business. So agriculture is no longer just farming. It's a complex integration of multiple disciplines for science, for tech, for sustainability, and business. So for the career opportunity for international students, especially for Burmese student, Thai student, and Lao student, you can work in different sectors from technology to business and science. So you can see right here, if the student uh, who are looking for a job opportunity in New Zealand. There's a lot of opportunity and a lot of option, especially for those who study food technology, agribusiness, and agriculture. So you can see if the student got a really strong background, and for example, in math, in physics, so they can study some program. They can become like food technologists, food safety, nutrition innovation. But in case they want to develop a career in business way, so we have our business analyst, export and trade, supply chain, international market, and some agri-tech specialists. But in case students want to develop the career in focus poorly on agriculture, so we have agriculture science, like for dairy production advisor, agriculture specialist, farm system consultant. So this only for food and for agriculture. But of course, for Massey University, we are also offering construction, aviation management, and some business program in finance, in operation, in economic, in marketing as well. But this is only for an example of how Massey University can be a really good fit for international students who are looking for a career in New Zealand. So I will go deeply into Bachelor of Food Technology. If your student have a background in math, chemistry, and physics, so normally a lot of students right now they are looking for food technology, because for food technology it will be 3 to 4 year program, and for the career they can become a food technologist, process technologist, engineer, production team leader. And for ranking right now, we are top 40 worldwide for Shanghai Shoprite ranking 2026. And you can see if we are recognized by US-based Institute of Food Technology. So it means students after graduate in New Zealand, they can work, they can work worldwide. But actually, I saw a lot of students, they just want to stay in New Zealand. Not too many students looking for a job outside New Zealand. I think only local, only Kiwi students, they are looking for that. And you can see Massey food plant in Palmerston North campus. So for food technology, definitely students need to go to Palmerston North city with a really good thing is if the student they study in Palmerston North, the living cost is way cheaper than the other two cities in Auckland and Wellington. So for the next program will be the agricultural science and agribusiness. So for example, if the student want to dive into agriculture, so normally they still choosing agricultural science. But in case the student they also want some a little bit about agriculture and a little bit about business, so definitely I will highly recommend students to go to agribusiness, because for agribusiness, students can choose a major in farm management and international agribusiness or rural variation. So Massey University, we are a really pioneer university in agriculture with our own farm and our own facility, a really great facility, a modern facility for international students. And we rank top 50 worldwide. And right now in New Zealand, we are very confident we are the first. We are the first ranking, top one ranking for agriculture and agribusiness currently. And for students, they got 26 employment in agriculture in during 3 year degree. So for graduate outcome, a lot of option for students to they are looking for. So supply chain and logistics, agriculture production, and research policy and development. So that means like a lot of students they studying, for example, bachelor of business, and they are very scared that in the future they cannot get a job in New Zealand for bachelor of business. So in that case, international students can consider about agribusiness. It's a really good option, and they can start work in agribusiness, agriculture side. So you know, like New Zealand is really a strong in export business. For example, they export kiwi, wine, cheese to like more than 100 countries at the moment. So that's going to be the chance for international students to fulfill that job. So for next program will be the vet science. So to be honest, vet science is not a program for every international student. So vet science is only for those who are got a really strong academic background in high school. And for every student, whether they come from a local high school in Thailand or international student or international school in Myanmar or Laos, they all need to go for February pre-selection. So right now, for students, they are going to graduate Matayam 6 or IB or A level, they will all need to go for pre-selection in February for 6 months. After that, they will go for professional phase in July. So the total of Bachelor of Vet will be 5 years. But after that, they will be registered as a clinical veterinarian in New Zealand and Australia. So for vet science right now, for Massey, we are very unique, and we are the only university in New Zealand that offering vet science currently. And you can see the vet science student can practice in USA, Canada, UK, Australia, and Asia. So it's a really a good trend for students who are looking for a vet program and vet science in New Zealand with a really high ranking worldwide currently. And I think for offshore students coming to New Zealand for vet science, every international student they need 40 hours of pre-entry veterinary practical work experience in a clinic or hospital in Thailand or Myanmar or Laos. But no worry, if you have any student, any inquiry, just come directly to Pafan. We will be able to advise your student what is the next step and what is the document they need to fulfill before they apply for Bachelor of Vet Science at Massey University. So for the next one will be the construction, very unique in New Zealand. And I think for construction right now, a lot of Burmese students, they are looking for, especially for Master of Construction, Burmese student with a construction or engineer background, and they are looking for to study Master of Construction in project management or digital build environment or quantity surveying. So we are very unique in New Zealand currently that we offer the Bachelor of Construction and Master of Construction for international students. So you can see the graduate outcome for Bachelor and Master student will be the project manager, PM, QS, quantity surveyor, and surveyor. So for that kind of program, students normally not to worry a lot about the employment outcome because it's already very specific for international students. They can either study as a BM, project manager, or quantity surveying. So that's kind of like program if the student they got a really good background in math, so that's going to be a really good option for international students that want to look for that want to get a job in New Zealand currently. So apart from these four unique programs that I mentioned about food technology, agriculture, agribusiness, vet science, and construction, we are also very strong university in teaching creative art and design and humanity and social science. So for example, I saw a lot of Thai students, they are looking for Bachelor of Design and Master of Design program. You can see right here, we got design program, animation, film production. So normally with the creative art and design, student will study in Wellington campus. That's also a chance for students to take internship in film, in design, in communication, right in Wellington, in the capital city. And for humanity, most of our international students, they will choose to study development study and communication, media and communication. Development study and media and communication, we are also very proud to be to rank first in New Zealand currently. And for that kind of program, students also study in Wellington because given that the location, students will be able to take internship in Wellington to connect with the employer in Wellington, and then they can choose to take a long-term career in Wellington with a government company and some communication company. A lot of option, a lot of job opportunity for international students in Wellington for creative art, humanity, and social science currently. And next will be the business program. So for business program, most our international students, they will choose to study in Auckland for accountancy, analytics, economic and finance, international business. So that will be a chance for them to connect and to connect with all the international company, all the international organization while they study business. So it will increase the chance for them to get a job in New Zealand. And for science and technology, for example, students want to look for some IT program. We have information science right here for IT program. So for student support service for international students, so we also have career office, to support students for internship and long-term career like the other university. So what we are aiming for international students is also get a job to be able to stay in New Zealand and then getting return on investment. So for accommodation for all campus from Auckland, Palmerston North, and Wellington, we have accommodation for international students very close to university to make sure that students can have a convenient way to stay and they don't need to pay a lot for transportation while they're studying in New Zealand. So as I mentioned, internship available for both semester on all three campus. So that means your student in undergraduate or postgraduate student can apply for internship. But for bachelor degree student, normally internship will be available in the last semester, in the last year, in year three, at the second semester, and no addition fee for internship for international students. And I always highly recommend international students to get an internship because it will so you can contribute to your onshore experience that will help you to get a better job in New Zealand and better salary in New Zealand currently. And this will be the scholarship and for February 2027. So right now we have a few scholarship that's not really open yet for February because right now it's still for July 2026. But for next semester, for next year, students still can apply for 5,000 for postgraduate. For all international students apply for 5,000, and undergraduate all international students they can apply for 5,000 Tarawa undergraduate. But you don't need to remember all these scholarships. If you have any inquiry, to talk to Yes Education, and we will advise you every scholarship that your student can apply for. So I will make sure that your student is not missing any scholarship from Massey University. So for MBA right now, MBA will be the only program that we offer for summer semester. So it means if you have any MBA student that can make it for July intake this year, they can apply for November intake. So for MBA, right now we will have November intake and February next year. So the total scholarship for MBA will be up to 6,000. It will automatically consider for international students. So for MBA, you don't need separate application. And for master design, if you have any design student consider for master design for February 2027, we have the scholarship is 10,000 automatically for international students, no separate application. If you have any inquiry, please let us know for 10,000. I will support your student to be able to get an offer letter, and then they can get 10,000 right here, automatically scholarship in the offer letter. This 5,000 is only for July 2026. I think it's quite late already, but hopefully if we can continue 5,000 study grant for bachelor, master of communication, linguistics, sustainable development goal, and international development goal for February 2027, I'm sure we'll let you know when we have this scholarship available for next year. But in case you right now you have any inquiry for communication, linguistics, sustainable development, and international development for next year, you can let me know so we can take note and try to have that scholarship keep going for next year. So for BSD, the value will be up to 90,000 for tuition fee. So, but the only thing will be student will need to get we need to secure a supervisor to be able to get the letter of acceptance to study BSD at Massey University. So again, you don't need to remember all these scholarship. If you have any inquiry for any program, come to us first so we can advise how many scholarships students can apply. Right now, for February 2026, we don't really have a lot of scholarship open yet because right now it's still for July 2026. But just come to us. We will try to advise you and give you the best advice so you can advise to your student and to the parent. So for entry requirement for Thailand, we accept the local high school Mathayom 6 with GPA of 3.2. If you have any student GED, we also accept GED as well because I know right now a lot of students they have GED certificate, especially for Thai students right now. So the entry requirement will be a pass in each test and have a qualify for GED certificate. And for Myanmar and Laos, we will need the IB and A level. So A level will be academic, 3 academic subjects with 1 grade C and above. IB will be minimum of 24 points. ATA will be 74 or greater. So this is the entry requirement for undergraduate student. But for postgraduate, normally for postgraduate for students from Myanmar, Laos, or Thailand, we need a bachelor degree with the GPA around C plus or B grade average to be able to apply for Massey University. The entry requirement for each program will be very different, so you can come directly to our website to check for the entry requirement for master program, and for the IELTS will be 6.5. So right now for English requirement, we accept IELTS, BTE, TOEFL, and also the latest information. We also accept Duolingo for international students. Right now, you can see Duolingo is about 120 for postgraduate students. So we also accept MOI for a lot of students. For example, we got a lot of Burmese students. They used to study fully in English for the last bachelor degree. You can let me know. You can submit it to our admission so we can consider. I cannot guarantee that 100% of MOI will be accepted, but at least you can provide it to us first. In case we are not accepting it, we can advise students to get Duolingo or IELTS or BT. So right now, this is the entry requirement for Massey University in our program, and our highlight program. And I again, we really want to welcome all the inquiry come to us and let us know how we can support students. And for me, we can always, I will be always together with Yes Education to advise you what is the entry requirement, what is the scholarship, and why Massey University is a really a good university and a really suitable university for your international student at the moment. Thank you so much, and I really hope I can receive your question during this session. So, yep. Please let me know if you have any question.
Thank you so much, Jamie. If you have any questions that you would like to ask Massey University, please put the question in the chat box, or you can raise your hand as well. I can open the microphone as well. Okay. First question I think come from Myanmar market about GED. If GED is accepted for direct bachelor.
Yes. So as I mentioned, GED is accepted as long as the student is qualified for GED qualification, so we can accept it. You
I
can
see.
provide the GED to us. But in case, for example, if your student got the GED and the GED is accredited by WASC or Cognita, so the student will don't need to provide additional evidence of English language requirement. Yeah, so that's a really good thing for that. And I know right now a lot of Thai student, Burmese student, Lao student, they got GED qualification. So come to us.
This one is just a question from my side. I would like to know which campus is the most popular among international students.
So I think the most popular campus right now is still Auckland, because students study a lot of students study business, and business and construction. So the most popular one is still in Auckland, because actually Auckland is a biggest city. So that's with that said, a lot of international students, they want to come to big city. For example, for me, when I come to Thailand, I also prefer to go to Bangkok, the biggest city first. Yeah.
Got it. And I would like to know which nationality is the like for Massey University is the most popular for which nationality in Southeast Asia?
Oh, okay. So for Southeast Asia will be Malaysian, Vietnamese, Philippines. Yeah.
I
But
see.
for the population of Burmese student is so increasing a lot recently, especially for postgraduate students from Myanmar. Yeah.
Mm. Have you had any Myanmar student going to study there already last year?
Burmese. So I don't really have the exact number for Burmese right now, but we have I think we got quite a good community at the moment for Burmese. But right now, actually, we're trying to create a Southeast Asian community, so for all the Southeast Asian can connect and support each other for the academic, for the part-time job, and then for the long-term career in New Zealand. Yeah. I think we have one question about O level, Myanmar and OSSD. So actually for IGCSE for O level, student will go for our foundation first through Kaplan. Yeah, so for the O level, it will not for direct entry for undergraduate, but student can go through foundation. Yeah.
And how about the OSSD?
Oh, for OSSD, I'm not quite familiar. It is OSSD is a diploma right now, right?
OSSD is like a Canadian curriculum that is taught in some of the international school in Myanmar.
Okay. Oh, so actually, as long as the international certificate, student can go directly to the first year, so they can go direct entry. But if you have any OSSD currently, you can send to us, so we can have the exact answer for this. But as long as the international certificate, we can accept for the direct entry. What are the available foundation program at Massey? So foundation actually, as long as it's the foundation program at Kaplan, it will be through Kaplan. I can send you a link for Massey University College right now. If you can study foundation program, you can go to directly after foundation. You can go directly to all the program for the year one. So, for example, even you study foundation, you want to study aviation as a pilot, it's also available for you to study, because right now foundation can go to I think like 99.9% for all our program for the year one. I can send you a link for our Massey University College to know more about the foundation program. Yeah, can see it right here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have the inquiries about Massey University Foundation, you can also ask Timothy or myself in the group chat as well, and we will get back to you on that. We can send both foundation and also that bachelor direct entry to Massey University.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for foundation program, students will all study in Auckland, the biggest city in New Zealand. So, for example, after they study foundation in Auckland, but the second program, the undergraduate program, they want to study food technology or agriculture or aviation. In that case, the student will need to relocate it from Auckland down to Palmerston North to study that program. But for foundation, all the foundation students, diploma student and EAP student, for students who want to study English, they will all stay in Auckland, the biggest city right now. Yes. Please let me know if you have any other question, or if you have any in the future, just reach out to Yes Education. And again, I don't need you to remember all the scholarship for Massey University. Come to us, come to Yes Education. We will advise you every scholarship for student to apply at that moment. And hopefully for us, we will have the new scholarship maybe coming in August or September after July intake, because right now we don't have much scholarship open for international currently, only for July intake right now. Yeah.
Would you mind sending the presentation slides to
Yeah,
us as
sure.
well? Sure.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. If no more questions, then we will wait for your inquiries in our group chat. And then, yeah, I think we can end the webinar today already. And yeah,
Yep.
if we will try to promote Massey University in our market. Thank you very much, Jamie, for today, and thank you to all the participants for joining today's morning. Bye bye.
Yep.
Have
Thank you. Yes
have a
Education.
nice weekend.
Thank you for joining today. Thank you.